Hi, I'm Francisco.
And I am Dante, and we are going to talk about our city.
Yeah, exactly. This is a project of English for Miss Kocha, our English teacher, and now we're going to talk about Gubbio.
Gubbio is a town in the northeastern part of the Italian province of Perugia.
It's located on the lowest slope of Mount Ingino, a small mountain of the Apennines. The historical center of Gubbio has the sadly medieval aspect. The town is austere in appearance because of the dark grey stone, narrow street and Gothic architectures. Many houses in the central Gubbio date to the 14th and 15th centuries and were originally the dwellings of wealthy merchants. They often have secondary doors fronting on the street, usually just a few inches from the main entrance. This secondary entrance is narrower and foot or so above the actual street level. This type of door is called a porta dei morti or door of death because it was proposed that they were used to remove the bodies of any who might have died inside the house. This almost certainly falls, but there is no agreement as to propose of the secondary doors. A more likely theory is that the door was used by the owners to protect themselves when opening to a known person, leaving them in a domination position. The Ceri is a Gubbio's festival and it all begins because of religion. And all the year it's very important for the population of Gubbio and every year it starts again and again the 15th of May.
In fact, there are 3 Ceri, one for each saint, Saint Ubaldo, Saint Antonio, Saint Giorgio. These Ceri are properly 3 big structures made of wood, very heavy, which represent 1 saint each. I'm of Sant'Antonio. Every year it begins with taking them down from the top of the mountain of Sant'Ubaldo. Then we used to leave them in a big palace called Palazzo dei Consoli until the start of the festival. Like a week after the morning there's the alzata, which means standing up the Ceri. In fact, we used to do the same, that's what it means. After that there are 3 girate or rounds around the pennone. Then they start running with lot of group of people under them because they're very heavy. Tons and tons of kilos of wood until lunchtime when all the ceraioli meet each other in the Tavola Bona, a Gubbio's name. Then at 5 or 6, depends, there are another event when we used to take them up the mountain, where we leave them in the church waiting the next year. It's not a race, but a simple religious and cultural festival of my city, Gubbio.
Roman theater. This ancient open-air theater built in the 1st century is an ancient theater of the Roman century.
Roman mausoleum. This mausoleum is sometimes said to be of Pomponius Gracinus.
Palazzo dei Consoli. Dating to the first half of the 14th century, this massive palace is now a museum housing the Aeonic tables. Not a long time ago, it was used for a fantastic event of dinosaurs from Museum of New York, United States. I think it's the first time that it came in Italy.
Duomo. This cathedral was built in the late 20th century. It's the most important cathedral of Gubbio.
San Francisco. This church is from the second half of the 13th century. It was built on top of an ancient house of a Gubbio's family that gave hospitality to San Francisco when he came in Gubbio.
Basilica of Sant'Ubaldo, with a nave and 4 aisles in a sanctuary outside the city, built in the 15th century. In this cathedral, there's the body of the dead saint of Gubbio, Saint Ubaldo. This church is situated at an altitude of 857 meters.
Piazza San Giovanni. This plaza is mentioned in documents as far back as the 12th century. It's also very important for the TV show Don Matteo. It's one of the first churches most used.
San Domenico, once known as San Martino. Here, there's the dead body of Mastro Giorgio, also the name of my middle school, where I went.
Sant'Agostino. Sant'Agostino is an ancient church of the medieval century from the Saint Agostino.